Get up. You see, somewhere out there in the future, there's a version of you saying thank you for getting up. Because it's at this point in your life, what feels like the lowest, what feels like the worst, the most hurtful, the most harmful point in your life, you getting up mattered more now than it ever will. Because when you realize that this little stumble, this place that you're currently at, the future me is standing out there thankful that you got up today, you'll realize that getting up is something that you've done over and over and over in your life. There's never been a point in time that you've fallen and you said, oh well, that's it, I'm down, I can't get up. Because from the moment you were a baby and you saw all of the adults walking, you knew that you had to get up. But what you didn't realize is how many times you were gonna fall. How many times you're gonna scrape your knee, bump your hand, hit your head, whatever it's gonna be. How many tears were involved and you getting up every single time you fell. But you know what happened after you got up? You learned to run. And then you started falling wildly all over again. But you kept getting up. As an adult, you're standing where you are because of a product of watching other people run. You thought you were chasing dreams that had nothing to do with you. While we all need to walk and run in life, maybe the style of walking and the style of running other people are doing is not what you're here for. That's why you keep falling. So get up. The last stumble, the reason that you're on the ground, the reason that life feels like it's piling onto you is because there's a lesson in all of that, everything that you've learned before. You know, I think back to when I was a high school football player and someone fell on my ankle from behind, just as they had a few years before, where it ended up me fracturing my ankle. As a senior in high school, approaching playoffs, I was on the ground thinking to myself, oh no, what will I do? But you know what I heard? Get up. In that moment in time, I heard my high school football coach communicate, yell at me, get up, you're not hurt, you can keep going. And as soon as I heard those words, I realized that the reason I was on the ground rolling had nothing to do with the now that I was feeling. Had everything to do with the past that I experienced that took me out of my football season before it even started. I thought I was back in the past reliving it in today's standards, but no, I just had to get up. See, that fall wasn't as bad as the last one, but it triggered a memory that made me think I was injured before I realized I was just fine. And just like that last injury healed and made my ankle stronger so that this time it wasn't fractured, I was now capable of handling the challenges that life had in front of me. I was now capable of someone falling on my ankle and becoming stronger. I just needed to get up. So as you realize what's ever happened in your life, your now is a product of every time you've gotten up in the past. All you have to do is remember the strength and the goals and the person that you are before that helped you get up to become the person you are today. Because me standing in your future, I'm talking back to you today, saying thank you for getting up today, because that is the most important day of your life. When you're at your lowest and you can get up and rise and still be your best in your worst, that's when you know you're ready for new heights. Every time you climb a mountain, there's going to be a valley on the other side. And every time you go down the valley, you may fall. You may feel like you cannot get up. But when you realize that next valley is still much higher than the valley before, there's no going back to that previous low. You see, today, you're at a new height, even when you're down lower than you've ever believed. So get up, keep climbing, keep looking up, keep standing up. Because your only objective is to go forward, keep climbing, keep striving, and keep growing. It's not that you're failing, it's that you're not growing. It's not that the pit in your stomach is saying, oh no, what's gonna happen tomorrow? It's that pit in the stomach is telling you that you haven't grown into the person that's ready to handle tomorrow. It's telling you that there's growth in the day, in the now, that you're ignoring because of the past that you've experienced, because of the person that you were before you got up today. So as you're standing and laying in bed, thinking, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get up? Remember the previous you that got up the day before. Remember the old version, the kid version of you that got up every day. Get up over and over and over again. It's who you are. It's what you're here for. It's the mission, the goal that lives inside of you, greater than anything else. In fact, when that mission and goal is realized, you're going to realize that it's time to get up some more because there's more to accomplish. There's more on the path. There's more reasons to get up over and over again. Because when you get up, you grow. When you grow, you get closer to achieving the goals and the dreams that are inside. You see, when we drive past cemeteries, we've got all these crazy things. My kids tell me I've got to hold my breath. I can't talk, all of these things. You know what I hear? I hear someone already teaching them the fear that they have for themselves because they're afraid their dreams are going to die and be buried in that graveyard and they won't be able to get up. So I encourage you now, before your dreams die and get buried, get up and live those dreams. Get up and find a way to make your version of you that's in the future thanking you for getting up today. Take a moment to realize what that person is thanking you for. Take a moment to realize the strength that you've already have inside of you, that that person knows exists, and saying, thank you for getting up. I knew you had it. I know you have it, because getting up is all you've ever done. That's what you're here for. That is who you are, and that is what makes you magical. Your ability to get up, regardless of the challenges that life faces, life offers, and life is throwing at you. No, life is giving that for you to learn how strong you are, for you to remember the gifts and talents that only you have that can be brought to the world, that can change the world around you. Because when you decide to get up, there's a whole army of people watching and following and realizing that, wow, that person keeps getting up in the most difficult times of their life. Maybe I should get up. Maybe there's an army of people watching you that don't even realize that they're watching to see if you can get up, because if you can get up, that means they can too. So find that strength inside to do whatever it is that's challenging you. When your back is against the wall and you've got no form of retreat, that's fine. That's just your opportunity to get up, get out, and live that goal, that version, the greatness that's inside of you. There's a voice, there's a passion inside that's trying to get out. The future version of you is saying, thank you for getting up and letting me out. I was tired of being bottled in that little cage you kept me in so nobody would see you. Get up, because the greatness inside of you needs to get out. Have a wonderful day. You're blessed beyond anything you could imagine. Keep getting up, because that greatness inside needs to get out.